And so, I'm reviewing all the important films of 2021. That's not my personal estimation, by the way, that's just my codified term for Oscar nominees. I'm trying to be cute, you see. It might work for some people. It certainly works for me. Anyway, I'll be throwing one or two of these out every couple of days. Today, it's Spencer, the new biopic from Chilean filmmaker Pablo Larraín. It stars Kristen Stewart in the role of Princess Diana. I'm a big fan of The Crown over on Netflix and was particularly fond of last season, which covered some of this same ground, so what did I think of this movie? Stick around and find out. Fans of The Crown need not worry. This will not constitute a spoiler, nor does it threaten to overshadow it in any way. But if the ever-oppressed psyche of Princess Diana and the fact she married into a family that apparently made her life a living hell is something that is of great import to you, here you go. Enjoy. There is no doubt in my mind that Chilean filmmaker Pablo Larraín lived and breathed 1960s existential European cinema as the cornerstone of his filmic education. There is also no doubt in my mind that he is pretentious. His previous film, Jackie, was very pretentious, and so this movie is as well. But it also has something else in common with Jackie. It's a focused portrait of an iconic figure connected to a family and a history that ultimately she could never be separated from and maybe overshadowed who she was as a person. And so here is an attempt to focus the narrative entirely around her and what made her tick. What were her feelings? To that end, writer Stephen Knight does an adequately credible job of psychoanalyzing Diana Spencer, to the degree that this completely fictionalized and speculative narrative is convincing enough. Meanwhile, as it was with Jackie, you have an actress you couldn't possibly imagine playing the role she's been cast in, doing a rather excellent job. Yes, Kristen Stewart continues to live up to the promise of her debut Panic Room, where she had to stand toe-to-toe with Jodie Foster, and did so. And here she is asked to carry an entire film on her shoulders. She's in every scene. The entire film literally revolves around her, both inside and out, and she is captivating and compelling at every step of the way. And that is important because the film, if we're being 100% honest, really isn't. It's kind of interesting, I suppose, but it also feels kind of pointless. The people who made it clearly care about the subject matter enough to romanticize it to this degree, but they also are treading on exceedingly familiar ground. The royal family are easy targets, easy villains. Prince Charles is an easy mark. There is nothing particularly novel in demonizing them at this point, more so if you're doing it in such superficial terms. Because, in difference to the crown, the royals, including Charles, are little more than place settings, scenery, props, in what turns out to be a one-woman show. It's the point of the film to do that, I suppose, but I'm not sure it's enough. Or at least, I'm not sure I care enough. I can appreciate Stewart's performance, which is carefully composed and meticulous, just as the film itself is, an aesthetically beautiful art installation. And along the way, I can enjoy Timothy Spall and Sean Harris in their key moments as utility players in this psychodrama. I can enjoy all the film's individual bits and pieces and still come away from it feeling rather unfulfilled. It almost becomes an ironic button that in the film's closing moments, you see a KFC in the background, where, while you're taking in the meal, it's definitely a pleasurable experience, it tastes good, but once you're done, you kind of feel like maybe you should have eaten something else. This film is like that. There is spectacle in the elegance of its visuals, and there is pleasure in observing its carefully calibrated performances. But that's it. And when all is said and done, I think I'd rather just wait for Season 5 of The Crown. Hey, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel and share the video. There's going to be some cool stuff coming to the channel, so you're going to want to keep track of it, and I hope you like all that stuff too. See ya.